I had always loved walking alone in the woods. There was something calming about the rustling leaves, the smell of wet earth, and the way the shadows shifted as the sun set. But that night, the forest felt different, heavier, watching, alive in a way I couldn't explain. I remember stepping carefully over the wet roots, the drizzle soaking through my coat. My umbrella had torn earlier, leaving me exposed to the faint rain. Every droplet on my hair and skin felt sharp, cold, and somehow purposeful. At first, I thought the sounds were ordinary. The wind, branches breaking under my feet, distant animal calls. But then I heard it, a faint whisper, almost like someone calling my name. Emily. My heart skipped a beat. I wasn't supposed to be afraid. It was probably my imagination. But the whisper returned, clearer, and this time it carried a tone I couldn't ignore. Emily. I stopped dead. The forest was silent again, except for the rain. My chest tightened. Who's there? I whispered, my voice trembling, but only the echo of my own fear answered. I started walking faster, trying to convince myself it was just a trick of the wind. But then the shadows shifted unnaturally. Shapes formed in the distance, dark, tall, humanoid, but wrong. They moved as I moved. I blinked. Nothing. I laughed nervously, brushing wet hair from my face. "Get it together, Emily," I muttered, but the laughter didn't sound like mine. It was hollow, distant, mocking. The deeper I went, the more the forest seemed to close in. The trees twisted, forming dark corridors that led me in circles. I felt a hand graze my shoulder, light, almost a whisper of touch. But when I turned, nothing. Then I saw it. A chair, an old wooden chair, sitting in a small clearing I had never noticed before. It was empty, yet inviting. I felt drawn to it, against every instinct screaming at me to run. Slowly I approached, each step heavier than the last, the whisper growing louder, now a chorus of my own name, overlapping, echoing. Emily, Emily, Emily. I reached the chair and sat, trembling. The rain pattered softly on the leaves above, but the air was strangely still. That's when I noticed my reflection, not in water, not in glass, but in the shadows themselves. It was me, sitting, watching, smiling, and its eyes, hollow, black voids that seemed to pull my soul. I tried to stand, but my legs refused. Panic surged as I realized the shadow wasn't mimicking me, it was leading, guiding. Slowly, it rose from the chair and stepped toward the edge of the clearing. I followed, compelled, terrified. Suddenly, the whisper changed. No longer my name, it spoke secrets. My thoughts, my fears, my memories I had never shared with anyone. You're alone, always alone. You can't escape. I screamed, my voice swallowed by the darkness. My heartbeat pounded in my ears, each thump matching a pulse of the shadows around me. I ran blindly, branches slashing my face, rain blinding my eyes, yet the shadow followed, always just beyond the edge of my sight. Hours, or maybe minutes, passed. Time no longer existed. The forest was endless, a labyrinth of fear and wet earth. I stumbled upon another chair, identical to the first. I sat again, trembling. The shadow appeared, closer this time, hovering above me, whispering, laughing softly. Then I felt it. Cold fingers brushing my neck, not one, but many. 1,000 hands, all gentle yet pressing, holding me in place. And the whispers, overwhelming, screaming inside my head, impossible to escape. I closed my eyes. When I opened them, the forest was empty, the chairs gone, the shadow gone, only the rain falling softly, washing over me. Relief flooded my chest, until I noticed the handprints on my arms, cold, wet, and impossible to remove. I ran. I don't know how long. I don't know where. The forest never ended, always stretching further, deeper, whispering my name with every step. And then I understood. The forest doesn't let go. It doesn't forget. It doesn't forgive. And somehow it knows me. Emily, we are always with you. I collapsed to my knees. The rain soaked through my clothes. My lungs burned. My mind screamed. Yet, even as I crawled, desperate to escape, I felt the eyes of the shadows on me, watching, waiting, smiling. I will never leave, not truly, because once the forest knows your name, it owns you forever.